I'm Sharad Malhotra and we're on Telly Bytes.
Subscribe and click the bell icon for television updates.
So, how was your work experience working with the team of Vidrohi?
Great, yeah, fantastic. I think first time producers, first time makers, their first show on television. So definitely I think I really enjoyed in the sense that they were very, I love the writing of the show. I think fantastic creative minds, very good writers. I'm talking about the dialogue writer, the screenplay, everything. I think I've really enjoyed this show because it's been one of my most creatively satisfying shows. I'm talking about the scenes I did, the lines that we had and the dialogues and I think overall I think it was a very creatively satisfying show. The show, how well it did, I'm not talking about that. Like I always say, some shows and some projects are way beyond the number game. And I think this show, Vidrohi, is a show that will always be very, very special. So yeah, I think wishing the makers, Gatha Films, Subrat sir, Bodhi ji, Dhiren ji, everybody, wishing them all the very best for the future. I think they're great creative minds, and I'm sure they'll be coming up with something very, very interesting soon.
Okay. So,
And I'm sorry, talking about the cast, great cast, fantastic cast, great technicians. I think if I may sum it up in one word, it was absolutely a dream run of 7-8 months. Yeah.
great.
I think I just love action. I think the sword fighting and the kicking, the punching, the jumping. I think I miss all of that a lot. And obviously I'll be missing, like I said, I think the writing was so good. So I'll be missing, I think those lines were so beautifully written. The camaraderie, the relationships, between the husband and the wife, the husband and the first wife and the second wife, the husband, the son and the mother, beautifully, penned down, beautifully correlated. So I think I'm gonna miss all of that. I think Vidrohi, like I said, it's a show that was led in a number of ways. It was not just linear, it was multi-layered. So you have to understand a relation, and you have to go back and understand what happened in the past to understand the present, and then to think about the future. So it was beautifully written in phases and different steps. So for an actor it was not easy. We had to obviously understand the character and not just go and say lines. So I think it's all about the writing. I'm saying it time and again. I think the writing was fabulous.
Okay. So, how was your last day of shoot?
Emotional, yeah, because I think anybody who leaves his last day of your job or last day of your project or show or a character, it's upsetting. It's disheartening. It's not a pleasant. It's not a happy zone that you're in, because a part of you tends to go with it, and I think physically, emotionally, I had given a lot for the show. Like I always say, most of my characters, I tend to leave something, part of me, before I move on to the next. So Vidrohi obviously took a lot of me, in terms of emotionally, it took a lot out of me. It was a very heavy show, but I love the show, and some people told me, why do you do the show? But let me tell you that some things in life you have to do just for yourself and not to please people. I don't do things to please people. I do if I feel that I'm convinced. It's about my conviction. It's about my belief. And when I heard about Bakshi Jagabandhu, about this man who led the first people's revolt in the country, which I'm sure even you didn't know, he didn't know, or none of us knew, most of us didn't know. He was a man responsible, pre-Mangal Pandey I'm talking about, for the freedom and the fight against the British and the East India Company and the Jan Vidroh. It was so fascinating for me. And the moment I heard, I was like, "Nay, I'm doing it," and that really excited me. See, for me, I have to be really excited about my character or the project or the show or the story. So for me, this was very, very exciting and something which I think I'm very lucky that I got to be Bakshi Jagabandhu Vidyadhar Mahapatra Brahma Rai. नाम एक था मैं तो सोचो how the man must be.
Exactly. In reality.
In reality, my God. Yeah, I'm going to miss Bakshi a lot. Okay, it's not that because I'm obsessed with my character. I'm very obsessed with my character. But I'm going to miss walking into that courtyard and talking to my people. I'm going to miss talking to my mother. The mother and son relation. I'm going to miss talking to my wife, Radhamani. Beautiful relation. I don't think I've done scenes such beautifully written, matured, like a mature love story. And sitting and talking to her. There's no gimmick. There's no hamming. He's just sitting, holding her hand and talking to her. Beautiful. As real as it could get. I'm going to miss talking to my second wife. We had some good scenes. I'm going to miss the action. I'm going to miss the sword fighting. Like I said, I'm going to miss all of that. I'm going to miss some horse riding. I'm going to miss everything. I'm going to miss just wearing that turban. That was very heavy. So I wore it for 8 months. And I'm going to miss carrying my sword. So I'm going to miss all of that, definitely.
Okay. So Vidrohi.
And I'm going to miss the Jagannath statue that we had.
Yes.
It was huge. It was humongous. And that was where we prayed. So I'm going to miss all of that. Yeah.
Okay. So what is that one thing, one best memory of the set?
Too many memories. I can't narrow it down to one memory. If I ask you that you're leaving a job, how many memories would you have? Many, right?
Yes.
If you're moving on to the next. So how can I have just one memory? I think there's so many memories. I think post my show also, when I wrapped up, you have these what do you call? What's that word when it still kind of stays with you? It's that withdrawal symptom.
Yes.
So I had a withdrawal symptom also when I was missing it. I was missing not getting up in the morning and going for shoot. I was missing not getting ready for my show. I was missing not listening to the paikas shouting, like my people shouting, my army. I was missing all of them. I was missing everything. So yeah, so I think I was missing a bit of everything. But everything was special. I was missing talking to my producers and discussing the scenes. I was missing talking to my writers, discussing the scenes. I was missing to my, there were times I should discuss with my director and say that ये scene sir हम ऐसे करते हैं. Then he should say no Sharad, okay, let's do a bit of this and a bit of that. So I'm missing all of that. That the little discussions and detailings on set and yeah, so missing everything.
So what is your upcoming project that we will see you in?
I'm right now in the stage of, whenever I wrap up a show or I finish a project, I usually end up meeting a lot of people. Because when I'm doing something, I can't meet people. So I'm meeting a lot of people right now. I am listening to a lot of interesting things. Some crazy ideas. I'm meeting some bizarre minds. I'm meeting some people who are very, very keen to cast me for a web series. I'm meeting people who want to cast me for a music video. I just finished shooting for a festival film, a short film. About Kashmiri Pandit boy. That's a very hot topic right now. Especially after the release of Kashmir Files. But this has nothing to do with Kashmir Files. I shot this and I heard about this when Kashmir Files was not even released, and I want to watch it. I've heard it's a mind-blowing film. So I've been getting some amazing reviews about it. So I want to watch it because I was in Srinagar. I was shooting as a Kashmiri Pandit boy. But the story is about today's times. It's not about the 90s. It's not about what happened. We've read about what happened. We all know. It was quite tragic. But it's about a journey of a boy. And I think it's beautifully shot. I shot with the local Kashmiri crew. My director, Shahnawaz Bakal, he's Kashmiri. He's also known as Rufi Khan. I've known him for a long time now, but then he just said, I want you to do this. And the moment he said, the story about Kashmiri Pandit, I said, I'm not interested. Because it's not a very happy topic. And we've had movies about it. We've had people making a lot of things about documentaries and full-fledged films. But he said, no, just listen to it and hear the script and read the script. And you'll not believe, after reading the script, I told him I'm doing it. It's I think even the maker, Puneet, and Shahnawaz both, they I think somewhere was so excited about this project. It's called the Hindu Boy, and that and my director just said that no, I want you to be a part of it, and I wish you to be a part of it. And I shot in a house that was 75 to 80 years old of a Kashmiri Pandit, and then nobody stays there now. It's totally dilapidated. It might fall down any time. I shot inside the house. I shot. It was snowing. It was raining. It was -3, -4. But we shot there. And we shot in actual locations. So yeah, I think it will be an experience that I'll probably cherish for a lifetime. So I want people to watch it. I don't want to say much about it, but then I think it's every Kashmiri has a story to say. About the Kashmiri Pandits, and the Kashmiri Pandits have, now I'm saying the today's youth has a different approach to it. They have a different perspective to what happened. So both have different ideas and they both have the different viewpoints. But it's today's story. There's nothing heavy. It's a different take on what happened. But yeah, so I want people to watch it. और मैं ज़्यादा नहीं बोलूँगा.
Okay, so lastly, आप अपने fans को क्या बोलना चाहेंगे?
I just want to tell them that thank you so much. You guys have been loving me so much unconditionally. Many times you guys send me messages that shave kar lo, shave mat karo, baal lambe kar lo, mustache grow kar lo. I mean, I get these. I have polls happening and I have people trolling at times and that cut your hair short and do this and that. So I think it's all their love. End of the day, it's a lot of, they feel very connected to me, and I think I'm very fortunate because I think my fans, my viewers are so connected that they feel that they are part of me. So if I do something wrong, they think unhone galti ki hai. So if I win an award, they feel they won the award. So I'm talking about that connection. So yeah. So I think they're very supportive. I think so. I'm sure whatever I do, I'm sure you guys will be always supporting me and loving me and looking forward to whatever I'm doing. So thank you. Well, hi, I'm Sharad Malhotra. I'm wishing all the viewers of Telly Bytes a very happy Holi. 2 सालों के बाद, I think it's hopefully going to be like a pandemic-free Holi now. COVID-free Holi, and I think a lot of people are gearing up to play colors but please don't waste water. That's something I don't like. Save water, but play Holi, play with dry colors, play with organic colors as much as possible. So I don't want to sound too preachy right now, but yes, I remember back home when I was in Calcutta a couple of years back, I had played a Holi. I played this Holi with my family, which got really dirty because I love playing dirty Holi. Because that's something, I mean, Holi needs to be played properly, or you don't play Holi. But now, obviously, since into the profession, and I don't like sitting in the shower for 2 hours and scrubbing yourself, and वो थोड़ा लंबा हो जाता है, see. But I think it's just fun to just meet your family and your friends on Holi, and I think this Holi also I'll probably get some gulal, and we probably put some gulal on each other, and Ripsy, myself, my friends, Leo. And we probably have good lunch, and I think jalebi and rabdi is something that I've been loving. Every Holi, that's one day I love to have my indulge in jalebi and rabdi. So that will happen for sure.